Late. Whoa, it's late. Okay. Torah Or, Lecha, page Yud Gimel, at the end of the page. Yesterday we started, at the end, we started the Maamar Beta Miyem Azen Nimal Avram. So the Rabbi asked the question, why didn't that, if Avram Avinu kept the whole Torah before it was given, why didn't he do Brit Milah earlier? So he starts explaining that it says in the Pasuk, Le B'Shemayim Hi, Lemer Mi Yala Lonu Hashemayim. The acronym is Milah, and the end letters are Yud Kei Vav Kei. So he starts explaining there's two levels of Milah. There's a level of Maltem Es Orlas Levavchem. You have to circumcise the foreskin of your heart, and another pasuk says Umal Hashem Lekachas Levavchem, that Hashem is going to do it. So what does it mean? Upirush, it means Sheyesh Beis Bechinas Milah. There's two levels of Milah. One comes from us, below to higher. That we have to circumcise, meaning remove the covering of the heart, which is the level of tshuva. Like it says, you have to return to Hashem. In the fulfillment of Torah mitzvahs, in Yisrael, it's in tshuva, like Chazal say, if the Yidden do tshuva, Nigolim, they'll become redeemed. So one level, what is the Milah from down here below, is the concept of tshuva. But then, v'acha kibit golius. But after all the nations are gathered back together in Eretz Yisrael, the pasuk says, Hashem will bring us to the land, and he'll make it good. Then Hashem is going to be doing it. What does that mean? That's the Milah shemo Milah lamata. The Milah from higher to lower, which is the level of Mol Hashem Lecha es Levavcha. Okay? So there's a level of Milah that we do, Tshuva, and there's a level of Milah that Hashem does, the revelation of godliness, bringing all the Jews back to Eretz Yisrael. And like he says in the parentheses, he's going to do more greater good to you than he did to the forefathers. In the level of Modav Tuv Chashet Tzavanta. It's not only going to be Tev, it's not going to be good Tev, it's going to be Modav Tev, an abundance of good. Keep Moshe Sheneled Mol, because by Moshe Rabbeinu was born circumcised, the pasuk says that Teira Isa Ki Tev. So by Moshe Rabbeinu is a level of Tev. This is Rav Tev. Rav Tev is an abundance of good, meaning much greater than the level of Moshe Rabbeinu being circumcised. What does it mean? That's the Bechinas Milah Rishayna Shalamata L'mayla. The lower level of Milah, which is from lower to higher, are doing tshuva, is Isarus, the Lisata, the awakening from below. Us doing tshuva, Momata L'mayla. Visarus, the Leila, but the awakening from above, meaning the revelation of godliness, is the gili of the level of Umal Hashem Lekachas Levavcha. Okay? So there's a level of Brit Milah we do, which is Bomata L'mayla Tshuva, and then that causes a revelation from above that Hashem does the Brit, which is a much greater revelation. So he says, V'hinei al mi l'shniyah. Now, when the pasuk says Mi Yala Lanu Hashemayim, which is the acronym of Milah, are we talking about the first Milah? Or talking about the second level of Milah? So now the Rebbe says, this Milah Shniyah, Hazeis, this second level of Brit Milah, which will be Lacha Kibet Golias, and after Kim Kolateda Kula, then it says Mi Yala Lanu Hashemayim. That means this level of Milah and Yud Kei Vav Kei, the first letters and the last letters, is the level of the second Milah, which is after tshuva, after, it's the revelation from above. Like it says, Miyala Lanu Hashemayim Rashu Tevis Milah, which is the Milah min B'chinas Torah. Because Milah, that level of Milah, is even higher than Torah. Because remember, we learned the first level of Milah, our Milah, is tshuva and Torah mitzvahs. This is the higher Milah that comes from above. And he says, Ki al Teira nemar lei b'shamayim. Concerning Teira, it says it's not b'shamayim. But by Milah, it says, Mi yalo lanu hashamayim. Who's going to go up to the heaven? That means Torah is already coming down here. Milah is still in the heavens, meaning it's a much higher level. Shinishpelis the mata dafka the Torah dafka comes down here, like Rabbi Yeshua said. There's an argument between a famous argument to go between Rabbi Yeshua and Eliezer about an Av and a whole ganze Megillah. So they were arguing, and so Rabbi Eliezer said, if I'm right, let the river change course. Rabbi Yeshua said, unimpressed. He said, let the wall cave in of the Beis Medrash, so stop midway out of respect to Rabbi Yeshua. Then Rabbi Eliezer said, if I'm right, let a voice come out from heaven that I'm right. So a voice came out from heaven and said, the halacha is Rabbi Eliezer. Yeah? So Rabbi Yeshua said, it's worthless. Torah doesn't rule the heaven, only in the, Torah is not in the heavens. Heaven says, Yeshua was very great.
Heaven said.
Huh? No, I'm saying, but you know, he was super humble. There's another argument between Rabbi Gamliel and Rabbi Yeshua. That's why they ousted, one of the reasons why they ousted Rabbi Gamliel. Rabbi Gamliel was very tough. He was the Nasi. So according to Kabbalah, Rabbi Gamliel was Gvura, and therefore he was tough. He was the Nasi. So there was a difference between him, argument and halacha, between Rabbi Gamliel and Rabbi Yeshua when Rosh Hashanah is. If it's this day or that day, based on the, the witnesses. So Rabbi Gamliel ordered, to show that he was right, he ordered Rabbi Yeshua to come on the day Rabbi Yeshua thought was Yom Kippur, to come with his money pouch and his stick. In other words, to publicly desecrate Yom Kippur on the day Rabbi Yeshua thought was Yom Kippur. And Rabbi Yeshua did it. That was the final blow that the Chum said we're ousting Rabbi Gamliel for a while. When Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah took over, it said, Ani Kaven Shivim Shana. But that was the final blow that really got Rabbi Gamliel. So Rabbi Yeshua was super, super great. He had students. Rabbi Yeshua was very, very poor. Very poor. But he had two students, and where I said the end of Hades, that he said about them, this pre-calculators, pre-computers, pre-everything. They're able to figure out how many drops of water there is in the ocean. Okay? And he said, and they're even poorer than me. I mean, whatever. So Rabbi Yeshua is super good. He was a singer in the Beis HaMikdash. Singer. He was a Levi. He sang in the Beis HaMikdash. Kim Lamat, the Torah is not in heaven. Kim Lamat, the Torah is even lower than Shemayim. Therefore, V'nikra Torah is Havaya. It's called the Torah Havaya. Ki Shem Havaya Yud Simtzum Heis Pashas Vavam Shach Shaydei Zen Nimshach is Lamata. In other words, like this. There's a level of Yud Kevavke, which is the level of the way Torah Hashem, the way Torah comes into the world. Now, Yud Kevavke, we know, is the 10 spheres. Yud is Simtzum, Hey is Pashas Vav is Amshacha, Chachma Bina, 6 meters, Malchus. So Torah Havaya is the way it is in the world. Milah is even higher than Yud Kevavke. Because Yud Kevavke are only the ending letters. And Milah is the first letters. So Milah, that we're talking about, the second level of Milah, is even higher than Torah. Torah is Lei Bashamayim, because it comes down here. And Milah is Miyalalanu Hashemayim. It is in the Shemayim.
Is this one reason when Milah pushes away Shabbat?
One of the reasons. Another reason is because Milah is 8 and Shabbos is 7. Nature versus supernatural. The simple reason, Xer Sekosov. Because Hashem said so.